Hey everyone, it's Frederick. I am doing this video today. It's another vegetarian video. As many vegetarian videos as I do, you would think that I would be vegetarian, but on the tour, I just want to make sure that I'm giving the best option to vegetarians, so that takes me around the city eating a lot of vegetarian food. And today I'm actually downtown in District 1 at a beautiful little place that's tucked in the alley here off of Nguyen Trai Street. And I'll let you take a look at that. All the different tofus and mushroom that we have here. And you just come up here and kind of point to what you want. And it seems the young daughter speaks English, so that'll be really nice. She can probably help you. When you come to a restaurant like this is called Nguyen Trai, and that is vegetarian rice. So I think this is a great option for vegetarians because when you come up to the small counter here or the window, you're able to see what it is that you might order, and you're able to kind of say, oh, I want some of that and some of this and some of that. And you may have no idea what it is, but most likely it's all going to be delicious. They're going to put that right on top of a plate of rice, and you can eat that all together, like as I'm going to show you on my plate here. So as you see, I'll have my plate of rice here, and then they've gone ahead and added a ton of stuff on the top of this. I think that I'm picking a lot more than people most likely would, but you know, I'm coming to try all of these different things and see if I can bring them out onto the tour. So this is just going to be a little bit of vegetable here. We're going to have the, I do believe that's going to be the winter melon, some green beans. I'm not exactly sure what vegetable that is, some cabbage. So that's just the standard little vegetable that we have. We have the rice underneath. And now we're going to get into all these different tofus that they have. So we have the spring roll. This will be a vegetarian spring roll. We're going to have this beautiful steamed cake here. And that's going to be a mixture of egg and mushroom. And then a little bit of what I'm going to assume is, no, I don't think that they put any tofu in here. They put that little beautiful chili on top. And this comes in a little bowl, and that's why it has that shape. And they went ahead and cut that in half for me. This is cool. I mean, if you look at that, what does that look like? That looks like pork belly, right? But this is completely vegetarian. It is not pork belly. I'm going to have to bite in and see exactly what they're making it with. But when it comes to vegetarian food in Vietnam, as an ex-chef, when I go out to eat things, I typically have an idea of what it is and how it's cooked. But when it comes to vegetarian food, it's really all a mystery because they're doing just such cool things with mushrooms and tofu. Now this, I believe, is going to be a mushroom. Oftentimes they're using the dried shiitake stem to emulate this really cool meat flavor. So I do believe that's what that is, and I think that's going to be cooked in like a type of vegetarian fish sauce. I expect that to be sweet. We'll have this should be some tofu here, and that's cooked in a little bit of lemongrass. And I think oftentimes this is tofu, and it's supposed to be emulating like pork rib. Then we have another steamed egg cake here, and another tofu that's been rolled up, and I have no idea what it's been cooked in. So I'm ready to dig in. I got a little bit of soup on the side here as well, some okra, tomato, and this is called can. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and dig in and try this and give it a go. All right, so the first thing that I want to jump into is this Chay Hoa, the Vietnamese spring roll. It's not very crispy, unfortunately, but it could still have some good flavor. Yeah. It's got good flavor, but it's definitely lost that crunch. But on the inside, you can see that they've put mung bean on the inside of this, cooked mung bean. And it gives it I really like that flavor, and I do really like that texture inside of vegetarian spring rolls. Next thing I'm gonna do is taste this egg cake here. So, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That is got a really strong, funky mom flavor to it. So I don't know what they're putting in there. Perhaps fermented tofu. I'd have to ask them, but that is an extreme fermented flavor. Not something that I'm particularly a fan of, even though I've been here a long time. Those really strong fermented flavors, they hit me. Woo! That was, I need cheddar. Yeah, highly. So I'm gonna need some tea to kind of rinse that flavor out. And let me get a little bit of rice in there. I think the deal is, when you eat that, when we're trying these things, we want to eat it with rice. So kind of, the rice is obviously very plain flavor. So it takes that strong flavor and it mixes it with the rice so it's not as strong in your mouth. But I obviously did not do that, as you saw. So the next thing is I'm going to try maybe this tofu that wants to be pork rib here. That's really good. Texture-wise, it's awesome. Flavor, too. Flavor's really good. Yeah, that's really, really good. Wow. That texture on that is killer. That's great. So I'll try this, what I think is a shiitake stem here. And I believe that's been cooked in maybe a fake fish sauce, definitely some sugar. Yeah. That's sweet and a deep flavor. Texture is absolutely killer. Really, really good. So the next one I'll try is this tofu that's been cooked in a ton of lemongrass. Yeah, that lemongrass flavor really comes through very nicely. I really like that. The thing I'm most excited about trying is this giant piece of pork belly. Let me get that here and show you. So the giant piece of pork belly. And that is really hard to cut into. What they're using to emulate the fat, like what is that supposed to be? I have no idea. I'm dropping food everywhere. Let's try this out here. It's really good. It's different. It doesn't have a ton of flavor to it. But I mean, obviously, as you got this, whatever this is that they're using to make the fat, doesn't have a strong flavor to it. But it's really nice. I think really, really, really good. This next like rolled tofu here, maybe pretending to be chicken. That one's quite good. It's getting a bit of I don't want to say slimy because that doesn't sound appropriate, but it is a really good mouthfeel texture. The flavor is nice. Everything's a little bit sweet, and that's okay. That's a taste of Saigon. And then here we have the little tofu balls. Oh, that's really good. That tastes just like a meatball, actually. I mean, that's really good. Wow, those little tofu balls are killer. Wow. Try my soup here. This is just going to be the canchua, typical canchua. It's good. This is a sweet and sour soup. These are always a little bit too sweet for my liking, to be honest. Then they brought out another soup. And so you can't see it here. I'll point it, I'll show it later. But looks like a little seaweed soup. Very hot. Yeah, quite nice. It's reminiscent of a miso without the deep, like, fermented flavor that you get in a miso. All in all, really good. I'm going to put the address on here. This is extremely easy to get to if you're downtown. You want to come to a good Chai restaurant. And actually, I'll show you guys in the video later, but they have a bunch of stuff that you can actually buy. So if you're traveling around Vietnam, you can actually come here and get yourself like a bottle of vegetarian fish sauce. You can take that with you through your travels. That way, if you go out to eat somewhere and you're worried, is this fish sauce vegetarian or not, you can go ahead and you have your own bottle. Okay, great. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Address for this restaurant is going to be down below. And if you guys are coming to Ho Chi Minh City, you want to eat some delicious food, and even if you're vegetarian, we can get you onto the tour. Take care, guys. Bye. You see they're selling lots of different stuff. That's dried tofu. And this will be another dried vegetable that is probably emulating dried fish, if I had to guess. This is the dried tofu, quite nice. This is eggplant, little eggplant, fermented, very, very strong fermented flavor in those.